Welcome, everyone, to the Western Wisconsin Whiskey Emporium for ladies and gentlemen. I'm Eddie.
I'm Dan.
And we're the Deathless Dogs.
And today we're drinking whiskey out of a can, so you don't have to. So this is Two Stacks Irish Whiskey Dram in a can. And this little 4-pack guy here is actually 4 little baby boys of whiskey in there. There's a ton of information on the back of this box. 40% of this is a dark grain aged in virgin oak casks. 40% is a light grain aged in bourbon casks. 8% pot still, aged in Oloroso sherry butts. And apparently that's going to provide fruitiness and spice. 10% double malt aged in bourbon casks and 2% peated malt aged in bourbon casks. So it's going to give you a little bit of smoke on the back end there. But yeah, 2 Stacks out of Minnesota. All that info that I just read is actually on the side of the little can.
Yeah, it is.
They're giving you your info.
Very busy. The gentleman who checked me out at the register at Apollo Liquor in Rochester, he was saying a lot of people have been telling him it's comparable to like the flavor of Jameson.
Sure. Yeah, it's just going to be your kind of run-of-the-mill Irish whiskey.
He also, to his demerit, he was like, what do you think of Proper 12? I was like, I think Proper 12 sucks. And he's like, yeah, but I mean, for the price, it's not bad, right? And I was like, oh.
No, for the price, Proper 12 is bad. I'm going to fight the urge to just Stone Cold Steve Austin 2 of these cans.
Oh, I mean, like, it's tempting, right?
Yeah. I have high hopes for this actually being decent because if it is, this becomes the world's most portable whiskey. And you can just chuck 4 of these guys in your backpack and you're good to go.
They're light.
They aren't going to shatter. You can feel like Andre the Giant because they look like small in your hand.
They were selling individual cans, and I was like, no, give me the box.
What was the box cost?
Around $20.
It's weird, but potentially a great idea. If this is good, I'd take a 30 rack of Dram.
I feel like we do kind of need to show off like the coloration at least. So I want to do like a little mini pour into a Glen can.
I'm interested to hear the noise because there's no carbonation. It's going to be like cracking a can of V8. Kind of an unsatisfying crack. Smells Irish, but smells young. That peat's coming through a little bit on the nose.
Not to the extent of like a Connemara.
No, but it's there. Like, you get that little tinge of peatiness. A little peat goes a long way, I guess.
I could maybe sense some of that like vanilla aspect from the bourbon barrels. Very light nose, though.
Really, the peat is the predominating note on the nose for me. Peat and then like youthful...
malt?
Youthful grain. I don't know, you can't really... clink them and drink. I mean, I'm drinking out of the can.
Because you poured it into the can.
No, I'm drinking out of the can.
You're drinking out of the can.
Let's be fucking serious here.
Because it's Dram in a can.
Here's to you.
Give me a hell yeah!
Okay, that peat, like, really comes through
in the finish.
Out of the can.
In the finish. The peat comes through in a way that's like, hey, this isn't bad.
43% alcohol by volume.
Is it great? No.
What?
Is it bad? No. It's better than I expected it to be for being whiskey in a can.
Right.
It's the only time this has ever happened
in
my life.
They are revolutionizing the whiskey experience right here.
It's not going to replace your favorite Irish whiskey. But, like I said, for those like camping trips and things like that, I almost want to chill these down, these other two, put them in the fridge. Because I feel like they're thinking like you're just going to toss these in your cooler. Drink them along with your beers or whatever. To not have to deal with the hassle of glass. And then there's those campgrounds and places like that where glass is not allowed. Then you got to like transfer to a flask or you got to buy plastic bottle whiskey, which is never good. No. This is very passable.
As a kayaker, like a lot of rivers are like, you can't have glass whatsoever, which like eliminates a majority of whiskey. Inner tubing, you can get real wild. Like all your buddies are drinking beers and you're just smashing Dram in a can.
I've had 5 Dram in a can.
Good luck.
I've had 5 Dram in a cans and I've pissed myself 15 times in this water. I'm going to go out of the Glen just to see if there's any...
Yeah, I mean, you gotta go Glen, I feel like. Some of those vanilla Irish notes carry through along with the peatiness. Like, the Glen allows some of the vapors to escape more so than I think in a can. The can kind of traps that peatiness, I think.
Yeah, but the peat still comes through hard in the finish, which I like, though. I mean, if you ever had, like, a Connemara or something like that, it's not peaty like that.
It's no level near, like, a Islay or Scotch or anything like that.
I fuck with this. You're going on a camping trip, you're loading up the cooler, and you see this at the liquor store, pick them up.
A lot of people compare this to Jameson. I don't agree with that statement, but I think that this is a very quality Irish whiskey. In a certain circumstance, is probably better than Jameson.
That's pushing it a little, but it's not bad. Sweet, malty. I really do like that little bit of peatiness on the finish.
Yeah.
I think even the novelty of it is pretty fun. I was expecting like metallic flavor because of the can.
It does.
Not at all.
Very well, it's very well preserved.
I mean, can technology has come a long way. It's $20 for 400 milliliters, $40 for like a regular bottle, say. I mean, $7.50 versus $800. In a bottle, I don't know that this is worth $40. I would put it in the same price range as like a Jameson or something like that. Would be fine.
Respectable.
But you have to factor in packaging and things. The more you pare down the packaging into smaller things, the more the price goes up. This is totally worth it. This is like a good covert ops whiskey. Because really, if I'm like sitting somewhere drinking this, like look at me holding this, and I'm like, if I just had two of them and I went somewhere and was just drinking them like this, you'd think I was drinking Red Bull or some kind of weird energy drink.
Right.
You would never suspect that I'm getting lit the fuck up.
Two cans in one, it looks like a,
Yeah, it's a Red Bull. It's some kind of skinny, weird energy drink people haven't seen. I think it's a win. I think it's fun.
Big fan of Two Stacks.
2 Stacks, 2 thumbs up. Have you tried the 2 Stacks Dram in a can? Or any other? Is there any other like canned whiskey on the market?
If there is, let us know.
If you haven't yet, hit like on the video and subscribe on the channel. We appreciate everybody doing that. That helps spread the word out when you hit that like button.
From the Western Wisconsin Whiskey Emporium for ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.